Hello and welcome to this Li-ning turbocharging 70 instinct badminton racket review, and this is racket number 642. Do you know there are a total of 657 rackets now showing on the Badminton Racket Review E-Zone? That's bonkers. Okay, let's get back to this racket. So let's start with availability and price. Availability in the UK and Europe is fairly limited. Not many retailers showing this racket, which is a real shame. This is actually quite a good racket. So we are going to sell this at our racket sale site, www.badminton-racket-review.com. The price is going to be around £129, which is similar to all the other turbocharging rackets we have for sale, and that's still cheaper than most other places. Now there is the turbocharging 75. Both those rackets are heavier than this 70 instinct. Well, let's go through the specifications now and compare them to the racket E-Zone. The overall weight of this racket is a lightweight racket, 79 grams plus or minus 1 gram. The Racket Review E-Zone testing shows this to weigh 84 grams. That's with the Yonex BG65 strings and the grip supplied by Li-ning. In terms of the balance point, here we are, balance point 306 plus or 2 mil, so they're bearing the weight towards the head of the racket in the shaft here. The E-Zone balance point test shows this to be quite head heavy with significant weight towards the head. Shaft stiffness says here this is a fairly sort of flexible to medium flex shaft. Does feel it. The Racket Review E-Zone testing shows it to be a flexible shaft. Okay, so what other information is there on here for us? Maximum string tension, 32 pounds maximum string tension. Racket is made in China. All Li-ning rackets are. The grip, the frame is carbon fiber, and this is a carbon fiber frame, and all of these turbocharging rackets have the HDF shock absorption technology, whatever that means. Okay, let's go down to the design. Well, this is pink and sort of green. Don't think, you know, for ladies out there it's absolutely great, but also absolutely suitable for any kind of player of any gender. Nicely designed, nice bright colors, as ever with Li-ning. Really precise graphics, really high quality definition and matte finish, so really current and really trendy. Take a look at these close-up images and see what you think for yourself. Okay, specifications are done. Let's go to the E-Zone. Okay, so before we start our E-Zone testing, what do you need to know about how we test our rackets? Well, first of all, we use the same shuttles, the Yonex AS30s on all tests. We re-string all of the rackets with Yonex BG65 at 25 pounds tension, and it's the same player taking all of the shots. Right, now you have some basic understanding of how we test. Let's move on to the smash test. The smash shot that you're seeing here, and for all of the rackets we've tested within Badminton Racket Reviews E-Zone, we take generally 6 shots. We take the 2 highest racket shuttle speeds, and we average those to give us a overall speed. If those two readings are not within a certain percentage of each other, we then retake the entire test. This shot measures the shuttle speed coming off the racket head, and also if you go across to the E zone, you'll see a picture similar to the one you're looking at on the screen now, which accompanies every single racket within the E zone, so that's nearly 650 or more rackets, with this kind of smash JPEG showing you the racket head speed, the shuttle speed, the distance, and the approximate repulsion of the racket. Okay, now we're going to do an E-zone maneuver test. The maneuver shots was designed to tell us about the racket's acceleration abilities, its ability to shift from one direction to the other or shift quickly from nothing to full speed. It also tests the racket's aerodynamics. In this test, the player is sitting still with the racket, and once the shuttle is fired, and we measure the shuttle speed to ensure we have consistency within the tests, so it's coming at the same speed all the time, or roughly the same speed as much as we can control anyway. And then the player reacts once the shuttle is fired to hit the shuttle, and we are measuring the head speed of the racket during that test. Okay, so they're done. Now it's E-zone control test time. The control test is a simplistic test. We've thought many times if there was any other better way of creating a test where we are focusing on the control of the racket and able to score it, and we so far haven't come up with anything better. So this control test is essentially a test where we have 14 shots taken. You're not seeing all the shots on the control video. We generally film half or less of the shots taken. The green bucket here scores maximum, the grey scores slightly less, and anything in the net or out scores nothing at all. So what do we think of this racket? Well, it is fairly nimble as a racket. In actual fact, at 84 grams, I would have expected it to be a little bit quicker than it actually is. It certainly is not fast as the Apex Wave 10 or the Aberos Venom, and they cost less than half the price of this racket. However, it does deliver a reasonably good smash. And it does offer, as with most Li-ning rackets, amazing levels of control. They are its two primary strengths. Just looking at the other test results here. Yeah, again, the smash really coming through. Obviously, it's a lighter racket, so it does offer good defensive techniques. So I think that what we're saying here is this racket can be used for singles because it does offer good power, offers good control, and it offers reasonably easy overhead shots. It's also fairly good. In actual fact, it's very good for doubles players, particularly those who are Li-ning obsessed and only want a Li-ning racket. Like I say, it is quick, undoubtedly quick. It's not Venom quick, it's not the Kampu 10U quick, but it does balance that with excellent levels of control. So really suitable for a doubles player of any standard, beginner, intermediate, maybe a bit too much for beginner, but intermediate to advanced player, no problem at all. Female or male, irrespective, makes no difference. So I would say for doubles, I would say actual fact, I'm going to give this the thumbs up. This is a nice racket, really well produced. Whether or not you want to spend £130 on it is up to you. From my perspective, I would prefer this to the Goosen Inferno Plus. The King K9 and the Honor S6 are slightly heavier. The Gravitas by Goosen is slightly heavier. I tell you what, the Nano Speed, is it? Yeah, the Yonex Nano 270 Nano Speed, that is probably better than this and would be cheaper. But it is produced to an immaculate standard, and I prefer its looks to the Nano Speed. If you want to save money, then we're talking a whole different ball game of racket, because then, like I keep going back to the Venom, the Abros 9900, the Apex Wave 10, all better in terms of value for money, no doubt. But if you're looking for a premium racket, you're a Li-ning obsessed, and we've come across this a lot now when people ask for rackets, they want a branded racket. Performance doesn't matter, fine. At least this will offer some decent degree of performance, and you get the brand and all the rest of it that comes with it. I hope you found that helpful today. If you're using this racket and you're a E-Zone member, leave a review in the E-Zone. Thousands of people visiting the E-Zone every month will be helpful for them to see what you think of playing with this racket. If you're not an E-Zone member, there will be an E-Zone video tour after this video ends. However, if you are using this racket, do leave a review on any of our social platforms to let other people know what you thought of it and what your experience with it was like. Outside of that, as with every video, thank you so much for all of the support. It's absolutely breathtaking the amount of corners and places of the planet Badminton Racket Review is now reaching. It's with your support we're achieving all of this, so please do keep the thumbs up, please do keep sharing, and thanks again for tuning in today. I think I'm done with this racket for now. I think it's quite clear what I think of it. It's a great racket, you should definitely consider it, and we will see you on the next video.